Why do you have to have attention right now? You just have to. Beautiful little boy. I have a lot of things to do. Greetings, weary travelers. My name is Sydney, like Australia, and welcome to my channel, where my cat won't leave me alone. So my partner and I are going to a show Saturday, and I have the audacity to make an outfit. Now today is Wednesday, so I have 3 days, technically 2 days, to get this done because of work and all that. So let's not dilly-dally, sir. So my partner and I are going to go see Hadestown. I don't know much about the show, and probably by the time I finish editing this video, I might have a new obsession with it. I know that it centers around Orpheus and Eurydice, and there's like a B plot of Hades and Persephone, and it all takes place in Louisiana? I'll do more research once we start the outfit, but let's talk materials. Now, the only thing that I've seen of this show is the poster and Persephone's outfit. Now, I don't have that vibrant of green in stock, so I'm gonna go with the poster, which is, you know, black and white and gray, and the single red flower. Now, what I'm thinking is something that has a gray skirt, a black bodice, and then maybe like the same fabric from the skirt on the sleeves. And then if I have it, I think I have something that is like a rose belt. I think that'd be really cute. And I might have something in store. Now, this might not seem like it's inspired from Hadestown, but I don't know a lot about the show at all, and I don't have a lot of time, hence why I am trying to zoom through this intro. So let's take a look at the fabric that I have in my stash. Stash. Kind of like this one. Kind of reminds me of like the Fates. I know this isn't exactly what they're wearing, but I don't have... This is the closest I'm gonna get. Plus it's cute. It's like baby's breath or cotton, who knows? I kind of like the vibe of this. I like the texture of that. Of course, I have to get all the hair off of it. You are the culprit of all the hair. I think these are pretty good. Now this is what I'm thinking for the pattern. I'm thinking we do this one. I might do this one. I don't know how much I have of this one. I might only have like a yard or so. I might just do like the skirt and maybe the sleeves if I have enough. And then the bodice will be this. Found it. It's definitely not enough to wrap around my waist, but maybe to do like a small little section in the front. I think that could be rather cute. I remember whenever this show became popular, back in like 2018, 19, and I didn't hop on the train immediately, so here I am, wondering what I missed out on. So let's dive into the show, shall we? I want to start off with a summary of the show, just so we all kind of know what's going on. So to quote the official Hadestown website, Hadestown is where a song can change your fate. This show intertwines the two myths between Orpheus and Eurydice with Hades and Persephone. Hermes, our lovely narrator, tells us the well-known tale of Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus is a poor boy, and Eurydice is a hungry girl. In the harsh cold of winter, it's hard to find any food or warmth until Persephone comes home to bring spring and wine. But she's only there to stay for 6 months, and it goes by fast. Hades comes to collect drunken Persephone,
But something is wrong with their relationship. Their love isn't as beautiful and as pure as it once was. What happened to the love that made the world go around? Orpheus, with the voice that has been blessed by the gods, uses his voice to make the world go around again.
Okay, so where I'm at now is I have cut the fabric, the gray and the black fabric, and now I guess it's time to pin it. I feel like there's something that I am missing, but I made sure I have the skirt, I have the bodice, and I have the sleeves. It's like, am I forgetting something? Who knows? We'll find out at the end, most likely. My brain is just so all over the place because I only have so much time to get this done, but it's going rather smoothly so far. I picked these fabrics because I genuinely like them, and it's the closest thing I had to some form of the costumes that are on stage that I've at least seen pictures of. Would have loved to do something along the lines of Hades too, because that would be so cool. But I think this fabric is very similar to the Fates, even though I know it's like, at least it looked like squiggly lines on fabric, which made it look gray. I don't know. I'm hoping it's close. I'm taking a small break, mainly because I just, after every time I cut fabric, I need a break. Just cutting fabric is just not the fun part of sewing. The fun part of sewing is the end. Maybe it's dinner time. Food time sounds like a good time. I'm probably gonna take a break and then I'm gonna sew the skirt panels together. Then sew the bodice pieces together. Then the sleeves. And then the bodice and then the skirt. I dilly-dallied. But now it's time to get back into this. Or at least eat. Refuel and get back to it. Let's go.
While I finish this dress after refueling, let me share the production process of Hadestown with you. The director, Rachel Chavkin, asks, how do you stage one of the most famous walks the world has ever known? A walk that defies the laws of space and time, driven by the vulnerability of two fragile hearts. Anais Mitchell came up with the idea for the show in 2004 while driving to a gig. She was missing her boyfriend, now husband, and that was the birth of Wait For Me. Hadestown began as a DIY community theater project in Vermont in 2006, a year later traveling across Vermont in a silver-painted school bus. I think at this time it was called A Crack in the Wall and not Hadestown, but I'm not certain. In 2010, Righteous Babe Records released a studio album of Hadestown, but it was revised since then, but they were still touring the country as a concert piece. In 2012, Anais Mitchell met Rachel Chavkin, and they began working on the show together. After many workshops and design meetings, they've got their debut on Off-Broadway at the New York Theater Workshop in 2016, then to the New Citadel Theater in 2017, to performing at the National Theatre in London in 2018, and then finally transferring to the Walter Kerr. If you ever want to learn more about the production of the show, Mitchell came out with a book called Working on a Song, The Lyrics of Hadestown, which has official lyrics and notes about the behind-the-scene revisions of the show. Now back to the dress. As I put the final touches on, I do believe it is time for the reveal. My partner and I then hopped on a train to Hadestown, but sadly that train broke down and made us almost miss the show altogether. And you can tell Lady Persephone isn't around because I am trying to tap dance to keep myself warm while my partner judges me. But we did finally get to our destination.
First of all, wow. What a show. The cast was amazing. The vocal range on these people is astronomical. The Orpheus, who was played by Chibuze Ihoma, I think I'm saying that right. Oh, what? He really has been blessed by the gods. Like, dang. I also found out that he was in a production of Urinetown a while back. I just find that connection funny because I'm gonna go see Urinetown soon. And Eurydice? Girl's got some range. Her range is vast. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. The Fates was a nice touch. I like that they had kind of like a Greek chorus to tie them into like it being a Greek play. The Hades, who was played by Matthew Patrick Quinn, he seemed like such a fun character. I couldn't help but think the entire time that I was watching the show that Hades kind of looked like he had just walked off set of The Matrix. And that is probably because where I was sitting, his whole outfit looked like it was just a solid black outfit instead of the striped white and black. But here we are. And Persephone, who was played by Britt West, she looked like she was just having so much fun. And honestly, who wouldn't with those sleeves? Every time she kept doing the little shimmy or whatever, and just every time the little shoulders just like going all over the place. I loved it. That is the dress that I wanted to make, but I just didn't have time or fabric. So maybe next time. Hermes, who is played by Nathan Lee Graham, who also was in Sweet Home Alabama with Reese Witherspoon, was such a hoot. I love that character. He came out on stage and he just stared at the audience and slowly intensified his stare. And this little grin spread across his face. And we just all were laughing so hard. And then he turned to the actors and he said, "All right." And they said, "All right." And then he turned back to us and he went, "All right." And we said, "All right." And then he took a moment. He took a breath and he just went, "All right." Like, that was so cool. And there was something about the stillness in that moment because the actors and the band just came on stage with no warning, no nothing, no like lights flickering for a house or whatever. Just like immediately on stage, just like, what is going on? And I should probably mention that we were almost late, if not late. We got there with 3 minutes to spare. And I used every single one of those minutes to catch my frickin' breath because we jogged. We almost ran from the Marta to the Fox, and that's not very far, but like it's uphill. So, and it was freezing cold. But anyway, the lights The lights for Wait For Me were just so delicious. I don't know how else to describe it other than my brain was thoroughly pleased to digest that, process, whatever. There's probably a better way to say it, but that's what I'm sticking with. Bradley King, who is the light designer for Hadestown, thank you. Thank you for making my brain very happy. I also really liked that the band was on stage. It was just very lively to me, just having them there. And even at the beginning of Act 2, Persephone even like gave them a hand, and I thought that was so cool. Overall, I would say I'm a very big fan of this show. I don't like the story of Eurydice and Orpheus. I do not like it. Because, well, it's a tragedy. And no. I had to keep reminding myself throughout the entire time of watching this show how it ends. It was like I feel myself becoming attached to these characters. Let's back up. Hold on. We know how this ends. But moving on. Moving on to the dress, which was very easy to do. And I was able to get it done before going to the show, which was the goal. Sadly, I wasn't able to wear the like rose trim because it looked weird not having enough. I even tried to put it on like a ribbon, and it just didn't look right. And the skirt sticks out more than I thought it would, but I don't really mind. I think it's kind of cute, but it also gives me baby doll dress vibes. I don't like those vibes. I am not a fan. So I try not to think about it, but I still think the dress is cute. I did, however, go a size smaller on the sleeves because with this pattern, for some reason, the sleeves are always too big for the armhole. And so I always have to like pucker it at the top, and I just didn't want to do that with this stiff fabric. So I opted for going for smaller, but I can feel it. I can feel that it is smaller because like I can't fully reach my arms all the way across myself. And I can feel the tension like right in the armhole. But besides that, I call this dress a win in my book. I can see myself wearing this again to like a semi-formal event. And really, that's what I wanted, was something that I will wear again. Honestly, I could see myself wearing this like on one of those days where I just don't want to wear pants. I can see that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. I upload some Fridays. Thank you so much for sticking around this far, and I will see you in my next video.